Under a stormy sky of criticism and raised eyebrows, Meghan Markle's latest DIY venture on her fresh streaming series has sent shivers down the spines of health experts. The week felt like a horror movie for the Duchess, not just because she strutted in all white while stirring tomato-laden pasta and passing off supermarket bites as her own handiwork, but also for a risk-filled experiment that left many unsettled. As whispers and gasps filled the air, viewers clung to every moment. What would come next in this unusual blend of glamour and goof? In a twist that stoked more than just giggles, whispers soon turned into urgent warnings over a bath salt mix that many say is a ticking time bomb for the skin. Herbal gurus and skincare pros alike waved red flags over the recipe, fearful it could scorch or even burn unsuspecting bathers. "Don't try this at home," boomed the caution of Jennifer Christopherson, a seasoned esthetician and YouTuber, whose video message echoed through living rooms everywhere. "I don't even know if she really knows what she's doing," she added, leaving viewers to wonder, how could something meant to soothe turn so dangerous? This alarm was triggered by Markle's very first DIY segment in the series' 8 episodes, which all began streaming last week. In a sunlit scene, she busily prepared a guest basket for her dear friend, makeup artist Daniel Martin, to welcome him into the grand halls of her Montecito mansion, a home distinct from the charming farmhouse doubling as her set. Amid soft background music and fluttering curtains, she casually transferred Trader Joe's peanut butter-filled pretzels from their original plastic wrap into a bespoke bag, all in a bid to elevate his late-night snacking ritual. And if that wasn't enough to charm or alarm, she even whipped up homemade candles from wax she claimed came from honey bees she raised herself. Could every detail be part of a carefully crafted cozy tale, or was there more than met the eye? But the real drama unfolded when the camera shifted to her much-hyped bath salt recipe. A seemingly simple mix of Epsom salt, Himalayan salt, arnica oil, and lavender oil was thrown together without a care for measurements. Off camera, one team member couldn't hold back, asking, "Is there a certain amount of salt that I'm dealing with here?" With a breezy shrug, Meghan replied only, "Quite a bit," as if confidence could cover up a recipe gone wrong. "I am not modest when it comes to the amount of salt I put in the bath," she declared, a touch of irritation crossing her face as she brushed aside the importance of numbers. Was this bold improvisation a stroke of genius or a recipe for disaster? Her mix, it turned out, barely filled the intended jar, forcing her to scramble and add extra scoops of Epsom salt in a hurried attempt to bulk it up. Finishing with a flourish, she crowned the jar with a sachet stuffed with dried lavender and rosebuds, her playful nod to a tea bag for the bath. With a final tap of a bow around the package, she assured viewers, "The joy of hosting for me is surprising people with moments that show I truly cared for every part of their day, from morning to night. I want everyone to leave our house feeling really, really comforted." But did her well-intentioned gesture hide a looming danger? Instead of drenching her guests in comfort, several plant extract experts and skincare specialists warned that her salt blend might lead to rashes, hives, or even burns. The heart of the problem lay in her skipping a so-called carrier oil, a necessary ingredient to soften the harsh effects of arnica and lavender oils. Normally, carrier oils like those from jojoba, coconut, almond, primrose, or grapeseed help dilute potent essential oils, ensuring they don't irritate the skin. Experts insist that any topical use of essential oils requires mixing with a carrier oil at a ratio of at least 8:1. Yet Meghan's recipe saw no such precaution. She drizzled in 3 drops of lavender oil along with at least 2 full eyedroppers of arnica oil. One observer, Christopherson herself, summed it up plainly as a crap ton. Could such carelessness really be brushed off as mere eccentricity? In an 18-minute video that quickly caught fire online, Christopherson admitted she was cringing throughout, pointing out that essential oils are unregulated substances which, if overused, can irritate even the toughest skin. You can't just dump an essential oil and hand it off to a friend and say, "Hey, have fun," she warned sharply. Get that whole thing out of your mind. What she did, she urged viewers, leaving many to question whether Meghan's multi-talented image was just a facade hiding a dangerous oversight. And Meghan isn't the only one facing the heat. According to a renowned institute that trains experts on essential oils, Epsom salts simply don't mix well with these potent oils unless blended with a dispersing agent like vegetable oil. While I don't think this is outright dangerous, said board-certified dermatologist Dr. Alexandra Bowles of Mona Dermatology in Ohio, mixing so many different scents and salts can lead to irritation or sensitivities, especially for those with allergies or for children with sensitive skin. She added with a supportive smile, "I'm all for DIY skincare as long as it's safe and gentle." Yet, was this enthusiastic support enough to counterbalance the recipe's clear missteps? Not to be outdone, a self-proclaimed royalist going by a Genevieve's on a popular social platform launched into a detailed critique, explaining that essential oils, being hydrophobic, won't mix with water properly. They warned that without a proper dispersant, the oils could float directly onto the skin, causing unwanted contact and irritation. The verdict from this keen observer was harsh. With love, Meghan is not only painful to watch but also irresponsible and dangerous. With such stark words hanging in the air, could anyone overlook the potential risks? In the midst of the uproar, some viewers called for clearer warnings. Many argued that both Meghan and her streaming partner should have added a disclaimer urging pregnant viewers, those with high blood pressure or other health issues, to consult a doctor before diving into the salt mixture. Others suggested a simple patch test to rule out any adverse skin reactions. One YouTuber even asked, could Meghan Markle, her brand, her production team, and the streaming service be held liable if someone ends up with burned skin from this recipe? This is absolutely insane. Meanwhile, a Reddit user quipped, "What's a little dermatitis between besties," leaving the debate simmering with both concern and dark humor. Yet, not all voices were critical. A handful of viewers found Meghan's quirky DIY approach oddly endearing and even inspiring. Bath salts was the last thing I was expecting, but it was perfect. The content I didn't know I'd been missing, one Reddit reader wrote, capturing the surprise of those who embraced her unconventional style. Honestly, the show pushed me to finally start those home projects I'd been putting off for ages, another commented warmly, while a third simply called it a genuinely cozy show. Was it possible that behind the missteps, there lay a hidden charm waiting to be discovered? Still, many couldn't help but be baffled by Meghan's apparent lack of preparation. One viewer wondered aloud, did she even practice this? Does she think she's so flawless that she didn't need to rehearse? Another commented rightly that the streaming service had practically let her hang herself with her own rope. Others were quick to point out that the editing of the show screamed bias, a secret vendetta perhaps? And as the comparisons to America's favorite DIY guru started to flow, one Reddit user confidently declared, "Martha Stewart certainly has nothing to worry about." Could these comparisons be the final nail in the coffin of her credibility? The discussion soon took a personal turn, as some viewers reflected on memories of family gatherings. "This reminds me of my late mother's way of hosting. Everything looked perfect, even if nothing really worked right in the end," one person mused. And yet, the conversation couldn't escape a recurring oddity, the notion of taking a bath in someone else's home. "Maybe it's just me, but I never take a bath at another person's place," one Reddit poster admitted. Another agreed, calling the idea of sitting in a stranger's tub nothing short of a nightmare. Were these personal quirks adding fuel to an already blazing debate? Amid the whirlwind of opinions, some viewers even raised concerns about the risk salt exposure might pose to delicate areas. "I'm guessing these bath salts were aimed at female viewers," one post warned, "and now we know her team's IQ might be in the single digits. Too much Epsom salt can really irritate our sensitive spots." The humor turned dark as another post joked, "Enjoy your elevated minty vaginal infections, squad dies." With such sharp remarks, could the conversation ever settle down? In the end, all attempts to reach Meghan for a comment fell silent. With the screen still glowing and the debate far from over, the stage was set for more twists in this unexpected tale of DIY drama and celebrity misadventure. What will be the next chapter in this unfolding story?